So as cave hunters, we've been remarkably successful over the last couple of years, but not only is it understanding the geology and the geography and the karst, but there's a lot of footwork. This is what it's like. Here's my suspicion. We're out looking for caves in the middle of nowhere, becoming turned around, wandering aimlessly through the forest. Well, not quite aimlessly because I have my compass, but what have we found here? It's just trashed old car off the edge of a logging road. Let's have a look at the underneath of it here. So there's your underneath. Some real old kind of thing. Hey, maybe it was that's a bit of your engine there. Maybe it's belonged to Al Capone. You think of that one? Some kind of a booze running thing. We've even got some wind-ups for the windows. Sadly, no bullet holes. That would make such a much better lie. But anyway, there we are, just combing through endless trees. Look, there's been some logging, so we're on the logging road right now. Let's hope we've got some good news in a bit. I mean, a lot of looking for caves and so on. It's just this endless hacking through bush. Anyway, I'm mumbling. I need some water. Check out these retro taillights. I'd be really interested to know what kind of vehicle this was. Every wetland in this area has a drainage point, and this particular little hollow goes down, all the way over to here. And of course, we haven't been in here yet, but Jeff is about to have a look. Nice deep crevice. Looks like it goes under right there. See my finger? So we're going to have a look. What do you think? Who you calling there?
Might go somewhere. We'll
Well?
It's hard to say. It's cut at an angle. I mean, I gotta...
Water's got to go somewhere. We've been following this aerial photograph here, which Jeff has printed off from the internet, which is quite a handy thing, but it's kind of general, using I believe it's the Sylvia Ranger Notes, a Sunto compass. The north is, which is about there. Roughly orient the map. It's just got a rough orientation for north at the top here. Orient the map ever so roughly as to where it represents the map as to what's on the ground, and then basically we take a bearing as to where we would be going. So, looking at it right now, this little point here is right over there. Can you show where it would be? Just roughly through the trees there. Yeah. And where we travelled is basically bushwhacking to what Jeff's got circled here, which is sink points out in the middle of the forest. Sadly, not so successful, but I mean, you know.
The sinkholes are there.
Where?
Guarantee it. Right there. Right out there, man. They're in the forest. I'll find it. Don't worry.
There goes JC. First mistake was following him. Look at him. Getting eaten by bugs. Okay. He's a bit fitter than me. Anyway. Continue the walk. There's something to be said for looking for caves when the leaves are gone. Fall, early spring. Okay, Jeff, I'd like you to justify why we're wandering through the bush here. Speak up.
Sinkholes are here. They're here.
Lies.
I know they're here.
Jeff?
We'll find them.
Jeff? Don't go there, buddy. There's bears out here.
We'll find them.
Yeah.
They're here.
Anyway, just hacking through the forest and the thorns and tripping up on sticks and twigs catching around your ankles, the heat and the flies. after a while you start to feel like things are getting a little surreal, and I come across this tree and it seemed kind of like floating here in this haze, and it's almost like something out of The Hobbit or Alice in Wonderland or something like that. You'd think you'd see the Cheshire Cat sitting on top, or maybe the caterpillar with the hookah. Yeah, you started to feel a bit odd, I must admit. So we staggered on a little further, and I looked down into the mud, and what do I see? Next to my boot print, but the footprints of a black bear. That's its back foot. You can see to the right of the picture. You can see its claw marks digging into the mud, and also a little bit of a trace of its front feet as well. So in the distance, just as I'm looking at this, you can hear this kind of like. I don't know if that was a cow or a bear or what it was, but it definitely added to the atmosphere. It seems this area is just absolutely filled with, I don't know what it is, cow skulls all the time. Here's an example, and found some pretty sizable scat, which I assume must be like a bear scat or something. So I don't know how this thing died, but here he sits, cow, or whatever it is, steer. Jeff mentioned there's more parts out here, so obviously the animals have kind of got at him. Let's step over him here. What do we got out here? Where are the other parts of him? What's that? Like its head or another one? Oh yeah, there's another one. So two of them dead out here. I wonder what caused it. Some kind of maybe a disease. That's possible. So there you go. Kind of like the Dust Bowl, eh? Oklahoma. So here we go. This is something I think you can just see the top of it. I'd like to capture the reaction, if it's something decent, from my caving partner Jeff here. We've been trudging through the forest all day. So Jeff, be expressive please if it's something good. If not, be disappointed equally. What's it look like?
It's a hole. Goes down about 8 feet, and then it looks like it undercuts. So I'm gonna.
Okay, well let's get closer.
Have my camera.
That was not very expressive.
It looks interesting, but it's hard to say exactly where.
You're just upset because I spotted it first. Is this Gordon's Grotto now?
Be whatever you want it to be. I'll go down and take a peek. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of an interesting looking undercut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's. Would you look at that? You know what?
Steal your glory here.
Hey man, I'm scared of rattlesnakes, as you know, so have a look. Please describe as you go. What are you looking for? Sinking sand?
It's a hole.
Snakes? Bears? Maybe that's where that bear lives. You think of that? I bet it lives down there, buddy. It's real hungry. Ah, these mosquitoes are bad.
This is rock and just a mud hole.
Well, the point is it goes down to a joint of some type, maybe? What are we looking at? Bye, Jeff. Any potential?
Yeah, I don't think it actually just goes about 4 feet. It's just like a little chamber.
What about behind you?
It's about 4 inches high and it heads off. I don't think it goes anywhere.
Okay.
And it's not even.
So if you're interested in finding caves, whether it's in Ontario or wherever you happen to be, consider buying my book, Caving in Ontario, Exploring Buried Karst by Michael Gordon. I discuss geography, geology, karst cave formation, a little bit about the history of caving in Ontario. Very useful book, and as I say, if you're wondering how to find these features, My book will definitely tell you how to do it, hopefully more successfully than in this past video.